What's up, everybody? Belligerent here with another Bloodline video. And before we jump into this, a few housekeeping things. And don't worry, all of this is down in the description of this video, so you can just click the links if you don't have the chance to write them down as I'm showing them to you on the screen. First things first, giving you our Discord server. Come on over. We're building a great community. We're talking a lot of strategy. We're helping out new players. It's a blast. Come join our Discord. Second thing, come join our guild if you're looking for a guild, if you're looking for a new server to start on. If you're new, feel free to start over on a new server. We just opened up another one because the guild on 295 filled up quick. So now we have another one open. This is going to be the last one that I do. I'm just doing two servers is my limit. 312 is the server. Come on, join us out. The guild ID that you can search for, you'll see on the screen. And again, it is down in the description of this video. Okay. Lastly, let me get, well, not second to last, let me give you the invite code for you. If you're new, if you're before stage 320, if you switch over to server 312, when your account is prior to level 320, you can go over to your community tab. You can put in this invite code and you'll get some rewards once you reach level 320 and past level 320. So come on over, join us, take advantage of this free stuff from this invite code. And finally, I appreciate all the support. If you want to support me some more, you can check out my Patreon page. The link is on the screen. The link is down in the description. And with that, let's jump into the video. All right, here we go. We have a big update, it looks like, coming to Bloodline. It's going to be October 2nd, it looks like, is when this is coming, which is kind of new for them. Like, we usually find out the night it's happening. But let's go through these features. Let's see all the changes that are coming and talk about some really exciting news, some possibly game-changing news. So first, new features, new permanent gameplay feature, Dungeon Descent. To begin, dispatch a roster of 5 champions, which to me is nice. I'm kind of sick of the 3 teams thing. A roster of 5 champions. Choose carefully, as your roster cannot be changed while delving. The deeper the stage, the stronger the monsters, and a boss will guard the exit from each stage. For every 5 stage, you will unlock a save point in which you can claim your rewards and save your progress. Should you lose a battle, you will start from the last save point and lose all progress you made from there. So that's kind of different, right? We're used to being able to just sit there and repeat the same level over and over and over again. Sounds like if you get to like stage 5, you get a save. If you then go 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you die at 9, you go all the way back to 5 or back to 6. And then you got to fight your way back up, and every 5 levels, it gives you a save. So that's different. That's interesting. That gives us something to continuously play against. I like the addition of new permanent gameplay features. Like, I feel like a lot of people are wanting something that they can kind of do continuously rather than just having it feel like a log onto my phone, farm some resources, and wait a few days until I can level up. So I like this kind of addition. You can reset at any time and start from the beginning, but during your new descent, you could not obtain any rewards that you have already claimed. Rewards will be refreshed every 3 days. So basically, you can start over if you decide you want to try a new team or something like that, but you can't sit there and just recycle through and just keep getting rewards after rewards after rewards. I'm assuming rewards will be refreshed every 3 days, means every 3 days you'll be able to do it again to get rewards starting at level 1, or however the rewards are going to be divvied out, level 5. All right. Adjustments and optimizations. Valley of Conquerors. Optimize the matching system so that teams battling each season should be more balanced now. Let's hope that's true. There's a lot of unbalance in it right now. Here's the big change, though. 500 diamonds are going to be required for sign-up now, and players will receive rewards when completing active quests. So it looks like an attempt to avoid the people that are just kind of joining and sitting there just to collect rewards. Okay, so you got to put some buy-in in. Okay, now the thing I think is key and that I'm unsure of, and I don't know that I'll have an answer to until we actually try it out, is it says players will receive rewards when completing active quests. So does that mean that you actually have to complete some quests in order to get the payout? Because, to a certain extent, paying the 500 diamonds and still just sitting there for the 7 days and collecting whatever it is, what's the minimum? Like 7 summons and a mythical piece of armor and some other stuff. Like 7 summons is worth, what is that, 2,100 diamonds? So 500 would still be worth it to pay and just sit there. Like, not as worth it. It creates a little bit more buy-in, but not necessarily a lot more buy-in. But if you have to like actually complete quests to prove that you were active to get your rewards, that could help a little bit. I think more and more it's going, the more and more active players we're getting. Like, I'm not running into a lot of matchups where there's nobody playing. So, but I think this could be good. All right, champion marriage. A new stat has been added: vigor. Now, when you strengthen a bloodline through marrying champions, each progressing generation will gain vigor. When a bloodline's vigor has reached certain values, it will be leveled up, bringing stronger buffs to the champions. So vigor, a new stat, kind of rewards you for having to do multiple marriages. My biggest question is this going to be like retroactive? Because we do have the, kind of the God, I forget what it's called, but the bloodline, the family tree, right? So it can tell how many times a champion has been married. So I really hope that all of the champions that I've already put rings into, I know a lot of you have already put rings into, I hope we get that vigor retroactively, and all these champions that we've been making all this time do not suddenly become useless because they don't have vigor. So let's hope that's what the plan is. I'm gonna hope for the best and assume that's what the plan is, because like I said, it has the whole family tree thing, so you can see how many times it's been married. So hopefully that's it. Champions now have a secondary trait slot added to the main champion in the marriage system. If the inherent trait from the spouse champion ends up in this slot, you will gain a hybrid heir with combined visuals of both parents. When a basic trait slot is filled with an inherent trait from a different champion for the first time, the heir will enjoy a massive amount of vigor boost. So hybrids are coming. It sounds like visual hybrids are coming. More so than just the little swirly things around the arms, but you're also getting rewarded for mixing traits. I'm going to assume the first time means if you put 3 or 4 clan traits onto the same champion, it's just the first time you put a different clan trait on. You can't stack it up 3 or 4 times, because you can't put the same trait on the same champion. So that's the only thing that it could mean. The clan feature has been moved to the champion details section and stat summary to the player's personal info page. I'm not exactly sure what that means, and I don't think it's that important. And here's the big one, y'all. Here's the game-changing one. As many of you are aware, attack speed has been a known issue for some time. We are happy to announce it is now working properly, and the hotfix dropped on the 29th of September. However, we will continue to monitor it and adjust accordingly in the future, which means at this point we don't know what attack speed is actually going to do to the meta. It might just blow up the game and break it. So it looks like they fixed attack speed. I didn't notice a hotfix, but I guess that's kind of how hotfixes are. They're kind of sneaky. But attack speed apparently is working. Is it working? Let's find out. Let's test this right now. So here's our situation. We have a male Griffin here attacking, and on the right side he's attacking a male Elsdith, and on the left side he's attacking a female Elsdith. Now the key here is the female Elsdith applies attack slow on basically every attack that she does. So we should be able to use that to monitor attack speed. So if we freeze it again here, you can see on the left, you see the slow down on the Griffin. So that shows that he has had his attack speed slowed. Both of these Griffins are now getting ready to attack at the same time at the 158 mark. So if we let it run from here, we have both Griffins attacking at about the 157 mark. But then I'm going to freeze it again right here. We're now at the 156 mark, and you can see the Griffin on the right that is not attack slowed because he's against the male Elsdith is clearly attacking ahead of the Griffin on the left who is attack slowed, both at the same time in the video. And the one that had attack slow applied is clearly behind in his attack. And then as we let it play forward to the next attack, which is going to be the active, we can freeze it again here at 154. And still you can see the one on the right is much further ahead in his attack than the one on the left who is facing the attack slow. So it appears that attack slow is working, which to me implies that the attack speed is working because the speeds are affected by attack slow, which is something that we weren't getting before. So that makes me feel very confident, but let's try this let's test this in one more different way now. So here's our second test. Now we're going to test attack speed. So on the left, we have a male Aeson with just basic traits, no additional attack speed. On the right, we have the same male Aeson who I later married Agile onto for this video. And we are going against the same team as you can see there. And so if we let this play through, we're going to find out if Agile is working. So now we see once again, just like the last battle, both are attacking at the 158 mark. So their timing is on point for that first attack. This is kind of where everything starts from. This is kind of where the timing starts from. So now we'll go ahead and play this forward and see that once the battle starts, okay, they continue. And then right here, we're going to freeze it again. And you can see on the right, the Aeson with the Agile is already casting his projectile, while the one on the left is just starting his wind-up to cast the projectile. So already, the Aeson with the Agile trait showing a faster attack speed. So let's play this through and look at the next attack as well. We'll play it forward here. And you see right here, I want to be very careful because there's a lot of effects going on. So that yellow effect that you see on the screen is not the Aeson. It is actually the M Lionheart that's attacking him. But if you look closely at the Aeson on the right, his staff is already across his body to the left because he just cast the projectile. As where the Aeson on the left, his staff is all the way to his right because he's getting ready to swing it forward. So it's very, I know it's cluttered. I wish I could have found a better arena test dummy to run this on, but that's why I want to be very careful to point out what's going on here. And now I'm going to play this forward, but I'm slowing it way down because I want you to see here something interesting. So your active ability, if you did not know, triggers at 155 on the clock, and then it triggers every 10 seconds. It's a time-based ability. A lot of people think it's tied into your auto attacks, but it is not. It is a time-based ability. So what actually happened here, if I freeze this frame, is you see on the left, the male Aeson without Agile never was able to get that third attack off because that 155 timer hit and he went into casting his active ability, which made him shield himself, as where the Aeson on the right with Agile was able to get that third basic attack off by the 156 mark right before it ticked down to 155. and then he shielded himself at 155. So after these two tests that I've shown you, I am very comfortable in saying that attack speed is in fact now working in Bloodline, which is really exciting. It gives us a lot of content to actually look. A lot of champions might actually come online, become more viable. And so this is some good news for all of us in the Bloodline community. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Like, subscribe, tell a friend. I'm Belligerent. Peace.